we're Nerds of the West, and today we're giving you our thoughts on Evolution: Another World. This is a new Evolution game in the series with some changes from the formula that you have come to know and love. Before we go any deeper, I do have to say that this game was sent to us by the publisher, so thank you very much to them. We, the people that are going to be doing this, we have Rhys.
Raw!
We have Chris.
Raw!
My name is Tom, and our whole review here is, as I might have said, I honestly can't remember, we're trying to let you decide if this game might be right for you, and at the very end, putting it on our Nerds of the West ranking list. This is how we like to rank games here, not based on like an objective score. We don't try and say that one game is better than another, but just if given the opportunity, what we personally would prefer to play. Let's us take into account how much fun the game is, if we like the mechanics, if it makes our brain burn in a way that is good, and also things like table space, playtime, all those little things that actually matter for whether or not you're going to pull a game out again and not just whether or not it's good. Evolution: Another World is different from other Evolution games in that rather than making real animals and giving them different traits, making them as best as you can be, hunting other animals, getting some food, paying for your resources as you go, this is stripped back, very easy. All your creatures are just this one real basic lizard, which is the back of every card in the deck. And on the other side of cards and decks are traits, which are double-sided, and they will let you give those lizards abilities to let you attack other people, to steal their energy, destroy their traits, send them to sleep, and then use the traits that you will get in various combinations that will help you defend yourself, attack other people, give yourself new abilities, and eventually, hopefully, put 4 energy onto your lizard. That's upside down. Because once you have 4 energy on your lizard, it can transmute into the biggest, best version of itself. The first person to transmute 3 creatures wins. The game, honestly, and this is going to be my first note, is one of the few games where what it says on the box is accurate to the playtime.
Sure,
this game said 15 to 30 minutes, and even though we played on stream and we're content creators and we talk at each other and yap and abuse each other,
just straight up yapping,
it still took 30 minutes to play. Like, this game is quick. Mm-hmm. You still build an engine, you still have choices in all the cards that you play, but it's quick.
Yeah. And you've mentioned before that engine builders and quickness go very well with one another. When
they can, if it doesn't strike out, right? Like either you get your engine online and then the game ends and you feel disappointed, or you get your engine, like you feel like you're just behind and you can do better next time.
Yeah.
This game's interesting because if you get your engine going, you then transmute that creature, and you don't have that creature anymore for its abilities, but also then you draw less cards in the start of the next round. So there's a very fine balance between playing creatures out and using the cards to get more resources, and playing it in the right, the sequencing.
I do like that, and especially so because then if you choose not to, because you want to keep all that power, other people can influence and attack you and take those things away from you. So timing is everything.
Yeah.
You got that 1,000-yard stare. Do you have...
You're right there, Rhys.
So, pros. 1, the game looks very pretty, very beautiful. I really like the artwork, and I think they've done a good job of that, especially compared to previous versions of Evolution, which take a very more 90s primary school look. Like their art is what you would see in a book about dinosaurs.
You can tell they had fun creating a lot of different things.
This feels like more of like a D&D monster manual.
Side note quickly on the art, while this box says special edition up here and is a different box art, we are only talking about the base game and the base game art. One of the special edition things was new art. We're just looking at the base.
I will say, like, the only thing from the special edition that we used was the tokens.
The wooden
meeples. They're actually cardboard cutouts. They're chits in the base version. Other than that, everything else is, from my understanding, pretty much what you see. So art, beautiful, looks great. Big fan of the art. Very quick. Very good in terms of, I would use this to introduce someone to the concept of an engine builder. Once again, it's one of those very basic games that I could be like, you've never played a board game before, let's build this up so you learn what an engine builder is and then go from there.
And I think it's very good at that because to take that never feels overpowered.
Yeah.
You still have incentive to attack other people and make strategic choices, but by doing so, you're never just totally ruining their plans.
Yeah.
And there's enough defense to counteract that it makes it a really easy strategic intro for people who are new to these kind of games.
Yeah. In saying all of that, I did not like this game.
It's fair enough.
Especially coming from someone that likes the original Evolution games. I feel these are very like one-tracked railroad. You only do this one thing, or like you only do these select few things. It's not made for me. That's where I understand this is made for younger people. Probably, I understand why this exists. It's probably a thing for younger people, for more casual players, people that have played Evolution before and been like, it's just not good. Like, it's too difficult.
It's too much. Yeah.
Right? Whereas this strips away a lot of those things. This has stripped away all the things that I like about Evolution, and that's why I'm like, this is not for me. Normal Evolution exists, so I have no reason to play this game.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you, but for me, it's a game for the right people. This is a game that I'd bring out with like 8-9-year-old kids. The game does say 11 plus, but I think with the right kids, because that is something that I have to start thinking about now. All my friends are having kids. I have a niece who's growing up, getting into board games, and this is a great game for that right age group to go, hey, your brain is switched on. You can make decisions. You can consider your moves and consider what other people are doing while being quick enough that you're not going to get bored and you're not going to get frustrated when things go wrong. Because there is a heavy amount of luck in this game. If you don't draw what you need to stop someone else, they win. That is it at the end of the day. There's not a lot of extra card draw. Your only choice is either I have a lot of creatures to get more card draw for 1 or 2 rounds, and then I end the game. It's only going to take 4 or 5 rounds. And as I said, I don't think it's bad, but you just have to keep that in mind that this isn't going to be as strategic and as in-depth mechanically as other Evolution games.
Yeah, understood. On the contrary, I really did enjoy this game. I thought that the choices of having options on cards and having these mix and matched, for example, not every fire breathing is going to be paired with caring, gave a lot of diversity among the cards, even though you're only dealt so many per round. And the strategy was enough to be interesting for 2 separate games that we just played. In one game, I decided to go for card draw. In another, I focused only on 3 important creatures. So I do think that although the game is quite simplistic and straightforward, and it would be good for younger people, I think there is enough strategy to keep someone like myself interested. And also,
all it comes down to for me is your choices matter.
Yeah,
like
sure.
the strategy is simple, but your choices still matter, and that's a very fine line to run down.
I think if you're playing a game to win, this might not be the game for you. But if you're playing a game to have fun, this will be a lot of fun, I think.
I think this will be good for once again, going back to what I said before, it's strong in its concepts, right? It's strong in the game mechanics that it's teaching. And that's where I think this game really excels. And that's what I would use this game for, is for introducing kids to board games. This is some of the more advanced concepts rather than roll dice, pay money to the rent, lose Monopoly, right?
Yeah.
Or I'd use this as our game group wants to play Evolution, but someone in our game group has never played a board game before. Let's introduce them to Evolution in Another World, see if it's totally their jam, and then we can jump them into Evolution. Rather than sit down, play Evolution, and then they just, I don't understand what the concepts are, I don't get it. Evolution itself is quite complex, as well as the scientific notion of evolution.
Yeah.
But yeah, like to me, it's just as a person sitting down to play it with you guys, a lot of the things that I enjoy have been stripped away, and I'm just not a fan of what's left over, you know?
So I think my favorite part before we rank it on the board is the different source cards. These tell you how many gems are going to be available for you to take each round.
Yeah.
And give you a few extra bonuses if you have the right choice. Basically, you have more gems available to you if you have specific traits on your creatures, which is just enough round to round to change your strategy. You know, if there aren't many gems available, attacking is going to be more viable. You know, if there are lots of gems available, like the one that comes out and there's 6 gems, or the one that comes out and is 9 gems for a 3-player game, you're going to have more time to wait, sit back, see what other people do, and just take gems every single action.
It's a horrible
Horrible card for blue screen.
Blue screen is having a time.
And this, I felt, was just a really great balance between adjusting the game each time and just going, all right, here's just another layer of strategy without going, haha, screw you, this turn you can't play this kind of card, this turn you can't play this. Like, it's not a crazy round-to-round change, but it's just enough to, within the base mechanics of the game, which is just take an action, take a gem, or take an action and attack, your choices get shifted slightly.
Yeah.
Anyway, we should rank this game.
Let's do it.
So as I said at the start, this is our Nerds of the West ranking list. We rank all the games that we play, and then we go back at the end of the year, and everybody ranks all the games that they played. We see how it all averages out, and we get a new list for the year to look at. So considering all the things we've talked about, considering the playtime, how quick this game is, where we would want to rank it, my mind straight away goes to Mantis, where it's an easy game to pick up and
quick,
play.
Simple.
I don't think I could put this above Mysterium Park, Mantis, or Space Base. I think it has to go below Hollywood 1947 for me, because I just prefer the strategy and team-based social deduction of that game. And that's not to say that, although this is going at the bottom of the list, that this is a bad game. It's just, I would prefer to play other games.
Yeah.
I think this game is good.
It's ultimately, it's not for us.
Yeah.
Right? That's the thing.
I would definitely play this again.
Yeah.
It sounds like you wouldn't.
No.
But even though considering...
Oh, it's going straight to the bottom.
Fair enough.
What about you, Chris?
It reminds me a lot of, like you said, Mantis, and also Trick Draw. It's got a bit of take that. It's got a bit of engine building and stuff. And I did like it quite a lot. The problem is it's up against so many good games. So
The curse of the board game is
Yeah.
we only play games that we think we're going to enjoy.
I'd probably put it maybe on the same level as Coffee Rush, right about there.
Fair enough.
Yeah. And
So to
I'd
average that out,
say
Yeah.
it
we're
goes...
looking about there.
Yeah. Because, like, with me, it's not like... When I say it goes to the bottom of the list, it's not offensively bad. We have played offensively bad games before.
Yes, we
right?
have.
Game of Ham.
Oh, I've still got
The
that.
less said, the better.
Tower of Madness, right? Offensively bad games. Not good. Do not buy. This one, I would say buy. I just didn't have a fun time. So that's...
Fair enough. So that's our thoughts. We are Nerds of the West, and sometimes, hey, you're going to disagree with us. So let us know down below if you're going to be checking out this game, or come and join us live in the future. Talk to us about this game, other games you like, anything under the game we got going on. We can only do this with your support on Twitch, YouTube, and Patreon. All the links for all the supporting stuff is down below. Thank you so much for watching. We've had a Rhys. We've had a Chris.
See you later.
My name is Tom, and we will catch you next time.
Bye-bye.